You see it resting on your kitchen counter, a vibrant sunburst of orange and yellow, promising tropical sweetness and a flood of life-giving enzymes. The papaya. For years, you've been told it's a miracle fruit, a gentle friend to your digestion, a balm for your aging body. You've eaten it with faith, believing each spoonful was a step towards vitality, a rebellion against the steady march of time. But what if that belief is built on a dangerous lie? What if this seemingly innocent fruit holds a dark secret, a potential for betrayal that preys specifically on those who trust it most? The truth you've been fed is a comforting but incomplete story. Today, we peel back the skin of that story to reveal the raw, unsettling flesh beneath. We will journey into the shadow of the papaya, exposing 6 catastrophic mistakes that can turn this supposed elixir of health into a silent saboteur of your well-being. This is not about gentle advice. This is about a stark warning. The knowledge you gain today will forever change the way you look at this fruit, transforming you from a passive consumer into a conscious guardian of your own health. Prepare yourself, for the truth is often a bitter medicine. Mistake 1. Consuming the unripe deceiver. The first betrayal begins with impatience. You see a papaya that is still firm, tinged with green, and you think, it's good enough. You crave the benefits, the papain, the fiber, but in your haste, you consume a lie. An unripe papaya is not a fruit. It is a fortress, and its walls are lined with a caustic defender, latex. This milky, bitter substance is not merely unpleasant. It is an aggressive irritant to the delicate lining of your gastrointestinal tract. Imagine pouring a mild acid onto a sensitive wound. That is the war you are starting inside your own body. For a senior's digestive system, which may already be compromised, this is a devastating blow. It can trigger intense stomach cramps, esophageal irritation, and a cascade of inflammation that radiates throughout your body, aggravating joint pain and clouding your mind. You thought you were aiding your digestion, but you were, in fact, poisoning it, forcing it to fight a battle it was never meant to endure. This single act of impatience transforms a healing food into an agent of internal corrosion, a slow, methodical erosion of the very core of your vitality. Mistake 2. The catastrophic combination. Having narrowly avoided the overt aggression of the unripe fruit, you now commit a more subtle, yet equally ruinous error. You treat the papaya as a simple, agreeable companion to any meal. You mix its sweet flesh with heavy proteins, dense fats, or starchy grains, believing you are creating a balanced plate. This is a fatal miscalculation. Papaya is a queen of enzymes, designed for rapid digestion in an acidic environment, a solitary and swift passage. When you force it to coexist with foods that require hours of complex breakdown in a different pH environment, you don't create harmony. You orchestrate a digestive civil war. The papaya's sugars begin to ferment while the proteins putrefy, creating a toxic, bloating swamp in your gut. This internal chaos is a breeding ground for harmful bacteria and a furnace of inflammation. That feeling of being bloated, gassy, and lethargic after a healthy meal? It's the sound of your body screaming in protest. You are not absorbing nutrients, you are manufacturing poison. For a senior whose inflammatory responses are already on high alert, this mistake systematically feeds the very fires of chronic disease, arthritis, heart disease, and cognitive decline you are desperately trying to extinguish. Mistake 3. Misunderstanding the power of the seeds. Now we venture into the darkest part of the fruit, the cluster of black seeds at its core. You've heard the whispers online, the gurus who praise these seeds as a parasitic cure, a secret weapon for gut health. And so, with noble intentions, you begin to consume them, perhaps a spoonful a day, believing you are unlocking a profound secret. Herein lies one of the most dangerous deceptions. The seeds are not a gentle medicine, they are a potent, double-edged sword. While they do contain powerful compounds, They also contain trace amounts of benzyl isothiocyanate, a substance that, in high doses, can be toxic. You are playing a dangerous game of biochemical roulette. For a body that has weathered decades, the line between therapeutic and toxic is perilously thin. Over time, an improper dosage can place an immense strain on your liver and kidneys, the vital filtration systems that are already working harder with age. Even more frightening is the potential for cellular damage. As some studies suggest, high concentrations can impact DNA integrity. The raw truth is, you are not consuming a simple superfood. You are wielding a powerful, unregulated drug without understanding the dose, risking long-term, irreversible damage for a short-term, unproven benefit. Mistake 4. The fatal interaction with your medication. This is where the mistakes transcend discomfort and enter the realm of life-threatening danger. Your medicine cabinet is a testament to your journey, a collection of tools you rely on to manage your health. You trust your prescriptions. You trust your fruit. You never imagined that the two could become mortal enemies. Papaya, and specifically its enzyme papain, has a significant blood-thinning effect. If you are taking anticoagulant medications like warfarin or even a daily aspirin, consuming papaya can amplify their effects to a terrifying degree. It turns your carefully calibrated medication into a biochemical sledgehammer, dramatically increasing your risk of uncontrolled bleeding and internal hemorrhaging from a minor bump or fall. It doesn't stop there. For those managing diabetes, papaya's ability to lower blood sugar can collide with your medication, potentially sending you into a state of dangerous hypoglycemia. You believe you are making a healthy choice, but you are unknowingly turning your trusted medicine into a liability. This isn't a side effect. It is a silent, invisible threat lurking in your fruit bowl, a tragic betrayal orchestrated by your own desire to be healthy. Mistake 5. The blinding light of a single nutrient. The fifth mistake is not one of chemistry, but of philosophy, a psychological trap that leaves you profoundly vulnerable. You have been told that papaya is a powerhouse of vitamin C, a magic bullet for your immune system. You cling to this fact, elevating the fruit to a status it doesn't deserve. By focusing on this one dazzling benefit, you become blind to the bigger picture. You believe that by eating papaya, you have covered your bases, and you neglect the vast spectrum of other nutrients your aging body desperately needs. Your focus on vitamin C becomes a nutritional mirage, masking deficiencies in magnesium for your bones and nerves, B12 for your cognitive function, or omega-3s for inflammation. Your health becomes a house of cards built on a single pillar. When that pillar inevitably proves insufficient to support the entire structure, the collapse is sudden and catastrophic. This reliance on a single nutrient hero is a form of willful ignorance, a comforting lie that prevents you from seeking true, comprehensive wellness. It's a slow, creeping sabotage that ensures your body remains in a state of quiet starvation, even as your belly is full. Mistake 6. Violating the sacred rhythm of night. The final and most profound mistake is one of timing, a violation of the ancient contract between your body and the cycles of day and night. After a long day, you reach for a bowl of sweet, comforting papaya as a late-night snack, believing its digestive enzymes will work their magic while you sleep. This is a deep and damaging misunderstanding of your own biology. Digestion is a demanding, energy-intensive process. When you force your body to undertake this task at night, you divert precious resources away from its most critical nocturnal work: cellular repair, hormone regulation, and memory consolidation. The sugar from the fruit, even though natural, signals to your body that it is time for energy and activity, directly contradicting the hormonal signals for rest and rejuvenation. You are essentially screaming, "Wake up!" at a system that is desperate to shut down and heal. This nightly disruption sabotages your sleep quality, spikes your morning cortisol, contributes to metabolic dysfunction, and accelerates the aging process at a cellular level. You thought you were giving your body a final gift before rest. Instead, you were robbing it of its sacred time to heal, ensuring you wake up older, not renewed. The fruit on your counter no longer looks the same. Its bright, cheerful skin now seems like a mask, hiding the complex and dangerous potential within. You came here seeking simple advice, but you have received a harsh, transformative truth. The papaya is not your enemy, but neither is it your naive friend. It is a powerful force of nature that demands respect, knowledge, and intention. You now possess that knowledge. You understand the menace of the unripe fruit, the chaos of poor combinations, the poison in the dose of the seeds, the deadly dance with medication, the illusion of the single nutrient, and the sacrilege of poor timing. This power is now yours to wield. You are no longer at the mercy of health myths and half-truths. This is the kind of raw, unfiltered reality we are committed to exploring on this channel. If you are tired of the comforting lies and are ready to embrace the empowering and sometimes dark truth about your health, then subscribe. Click that button and join a community that isn't afraid to look into the shadows to find the real light. The journey to true transformation begins now.